Hi guys, it's Ed, welcome back to the channel. Comments continue to pour on Warthog Defense regarding our coverage of Avdiivka. Some question why we present the battle as a Russian defeat or Ukrainian victory. Let's set the record straight. Yes, the Russians did conquer the town after 5 months of relentless, mindless or zombie-like human waves and the loss of hundreds of armored vehicles. However, their primitive fighting force with huge resources demonstrates why this is a Pyrrhic victory. If Russia loses more men in a battle for a tiny town than the entire Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, it's clear why this victory comes at a significant cost.
Ukrainian journalist Ilya Ponomarenko writes, "So Z Russians on Telegram are now talking about their losses in the Battle of Avdiivka. Allegedly, it's 16,000 men as irreplaceable losses, e.g. all fatalities plus all severely wounded that will be back to ranks again, as well as around 300 armored vehicles. So, if that's true, though it's likely that Russians traditionally understate their losses, at least when it comes to lost equipment, given the gargantuan amount of verified video footage we've seen. It means that over the 4 months of the Avdiivka campaign between mid-October and mid-February, the Russian fatalities rate surpassed the official death toll of the Soviet-Afghan War, 1979-1989, which stands at 15,000 fatalities. Yes, the ill-fated and formerly sadly remembered senseless war in Afghan that once left a heavy scar on an entire generation and particularly precipitated the fall of the Soviet Union. Fighting for Avdiivka continued since the very days of 2014 and 2015 and lasted with varying intensity all those years before 2022, and was also extremely bloodletting and fierce for almost 2 years of Russia's full-scale invasion. Moreover, the claimed Russian death toll at Avdiivka literally corresponds to some 50% of the city's entire population in 2021, some 32,000. And that's within the last 4 months alone, and according to likely downplayed Russian estimates. I guess that to take New York City, Russians would have to ditch 4.5 million soldiers under the same scheme or what? And the defense of Avdiivka gradually crumbled, particularly due to a severe lack of munitions and means to counter Russian jets relentlessly throwing dozens of guided bombs at the city each and every day. Stalemate around the Ukraine aid at the U.S. Congress is already taking its toll. And amid all those shortcomings, see the absolutely savage efficacy of the Ukrainian defense, outnumbered and outgunned again. A 4-month battle versus a 10-year-long war in Afghanistan. Those are death toll estimates from Russians, not us. We could have been celebrating victory over the aggressor right now, or at least we could have been much closer to restoring just and stable peace in Europe if Ukraine had been provided with everything it asked for. There's still time. Ukrainian forces will likely be able to establish new defensive lines not far beyond Avdiivka, which will likely prompt the culmination of the Russian offensive in this area, writes the Institute for the Study of War. The Russian Ministry of Defense claimed on February 18th that elements of the Russian central grouping of forces completely captured Avdiivka, advancing 8.6 kilometers in depth in the area, and that Russian forces continue offensive operations to capture additional territory in Donetsk Oblast. Several Russian mill bloggers claimed that Ukrainian forces lack well-prepared defensive positions west of Avdiivka, and that Russian forces will be able to advance further into western Donetsk behind panicked and disorganized Ukrainian forces withdrawing from Avdiivka. ISW has still not observed footage of disorderly Ukrainian withdrawals to support these Russian claims, and would expect to observe such footage if the withdrawal was disorderly on a large scale, given the normal patterns of Russian sources with access to such material. One Russian mill blogger claimed that a large-scale collapse of the Avdiivka front is unlikely as Ukrainian forces withdraw to prepared defensive lines, however, indicating that the Russian understanding or presentation of Ukrainian defensive capabilities here differs from source to source. Available imagery, which ISW will not present or describe in greater detail at this time to preserve Ukrainian operational security, does not support claims that Ukrainian forces lack prepared defensive positions west of Avdiivka. The Ukrainian command also recently committed fresh units to the Avdiivka front to counterattack advancing Russian forces and provide an evacuation corridor for Ukrainian units withdrawing from Avdiivka. These newly committed units are likely able to establish and hold defensive positions against Russian forces, degraded by their assaults on the town west of Avdiivka. Russian forces, which have suffered high personnel and equipment losses in seizing Avdiivka, will likely culminate when they come up against relatively fresher Ukrainian units manning prepared defensive positions, concludes the institute. Russia issues threats against Norway over sovereignty issues in Svalbard. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Yuri Trutnev compares the situation there for Russians with Ukraine. Today, our warriors are spilling blood for the sovereignty of our country and the right to speak Russian. Denmark has decided to send all its artillery to Ukraine. Mette Frederiksen, Prime Minister of Denmark. Ukraine is asking us for ammunition and artillery now. We, Denmark, have decided to transfer all our artillery to Ukraine. So, sorry friends, there is military equipment in Europe. It is not only a matter of production. We have weapons, ammunition, air defense systems, which we do not use yet. They must be handed over to Ukraine. Thank you, Denmark. You are true friends. And for the end, we cover other events too. A video from IDF strikes in Sidon, Lebanon shows massive secondary explosions. Some sort of arms cache or ammo dump was definitely hit.
Thank you guys for watching, thank you for staying with Warthog Defense. Comment, like, subscribe, become our member and stay strong.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. He's doing the job every day.